I've recently come across a powerful tool and strategy for bringing more out of your potential and getting more out of your life. In this video, I'm going to share it with you. What is up, Ascenders? My name is Brian Henry. I'm the founder of Together We Ascend and the Ascend Academy, a platform and community that is uniting and activating awakening leaders. And on this channel, I create videos to support these awakening leaders like yourself in ascending to higher planes of consciousness and greater expressions of your purpose and potential. So if you'd like to get more content like this, I suggest you hit that bell notification and subscribe button down below to see more videos like this one. So you may be familiar with a good friend of mine that goes by the name of Mr. Anthony Tony Robbins. I'll look at him in those youthful days. I bring this up because I've been reading this book, Awaken the Giant Within. And in it, Tony shares quite a bit of different tools and strategies for what I believe is ultimately the core intention of shifting one's state. Because something that both Mr. Robbins and I agrees on is the way in which our state, our internal state of our thoughts and our feelings, is fundamental to what we're expressing in our lives and the reality that we create. When we're operating in a more positive, higher vibrational state, we tend to take more confident, productive, and thus effective action. And not only that, but when we are in this state, this energy can be felt by those around us. And it becomes attractive. It becomes something that people gravitate towards, is uplifted by. And I do believe that this is something that will support many, if not all, endeavors. And so the tool and strategy that I'm about to share with you is ultimately about this. Something that will, in implementing, will support you in shifting into a more positive, opportunistic, expansive state. And the tool, the strategy, is asking better questions. You see, I'm also a big believer that we tend to find what it is that we're looking for and what we focus on. I believe that we are powerful seekers and receptors to the signal that we are tuned to. And the way that we seek and attune is via our focus. Here's an example. If we have a tendency to always look for things that we're deeming wrong or flaws in ourselves, or things that we believe are wrong with the world, well, then we'll tend to see more of those things. But in contrast to this, if we consciously choose to focus on the positive aspects of ourselves and the lives that we're living, this immediately has an effect on shifting our energy. And one of the ways that we can shift our focus is through the questions that we ask ourselves. One of my favorites, and if you've been following my content for some time, this would be no stranger to you, is what am I grateful for? Another one that I've just found so much joy in answering, and I've felt these immediate shifts in my energy as a result of asking, is what in my life is going well? Now I understand that it may not always come easy or naturally to find answers to these questions, especially if we're in a lower emotional state. But I assure you that if you ask these questions and give it an honest effort, you'll be sure to find something. Now we're gonna take this further, because asking better questions can do more for you than just shift your focus on positive aspects and uplift your emotional state. They can also be used to unlock greater potential from within you, and consequently greater experiences in your life. Here's how you do so. You ask questions that you may not yet have the answer to, but you would love to. The key here is going into this without attachment or ideas around whether or not you'll be able to find answers to these questions. That will come, but first, there must be the willingness to ask the question first. Here's an example of how I've personally used this question very recently in my life. I asked myself the question, how can I generate more income while staying in my integrity and my authenticity and providing more value to those I serve? See, when I asked this question, I didn't necessarily yet have any ideas, but that's exactly why I asked it. I asked a better question so that I can get a better answer. And what unfolded from here was a flood of downloads, insights, ideas over the next few days upon first asking this question, that has led to just so much inspiration and ideas that I'm going to be implementing in how we're going to deliver more value through the Ascend Academy, which, by the way, I am super pumped up to tell you guys about more very soon. Ways that will deliver more value while staying in integrity with my and our highest purpose and truth. Ideas that I know, if executed well, will support me in my aim of generating more financial income and serving others on a higher level. I asked an expansion-invoking question, and already it's led to expansion within myself. And that's why I've come to so strongly believe that the quality of your life and the quality of the answers that you find is determined by the quality of the questions that you ask. And so, Ascenders, I'm here encouraging you to begin using this strategy for getting more out of your potential and your life by asking questions that, one, get you to shift your focus to positive aspects supporting you in residing in a more empowered and positive emotional state. Questions like, what about today went really well? Or, what about myself can I be really proud of? And two, questions that will invoke in you expansion. Questions like, how can I serve people in a way that will bring me a greater sense of joy and fulfillment? Or, what sort of knowledge do I possess that most others don't, that maybe I can share in support of them? And the last thing that I'll say to this is, get creative. Don't allow yourself to limit yourself in asking limiting questions. If you currently find it difficult to believe that you can actually find an answer to a question that you want to have the answer for, well, to me, that's the perfect indicator that that's probably a question that you should be asking. Because I'll say it again, you'll find what it is you're looking for, and the quality of the answers that you find is determined by the quality of the questions that you ask. Now, before we go, I want to hear from you guys. I have a question for you. What are some expansion-invoking questions that you'd like to find a or more of an answer for that you're ready to begin asking yourself today? Let us know in the comments down below, and let's support each other with some great ideas for some great questions. Now that's going to be all for this one, Ascenders. If you've enjoyed the video, if you feel like you've been supported by it, I'd appreciate your support by you smashing that thumbs up button down below. And of course, if you're not yet a subscriber and you'd like to get more videos from me that will support you in ascending to higher planes of consciousness and greater expressions of your purpose and your potential, be sure to hit that bell notification down below as well, and the subscribe button right next to it. I want to thank you for watching, Ascenders, and until next time, keep asking and keep ascending.